Once, a Scandinavian king named King Canute sat down on his chair at the beach and commanded the tide to stop at his feet in order to prove to his courtiers that even a king was powerless in the face of the tide. Of course, the tide came in with no respect to his royal person.
So tides are a massive movement of water across the earth. They're caused by the gravitational pull of the moon as well as the sun and the centrifugal force exerted by the spinning of the earth. But locally, they're also influenced by wind patterns and atmospheric pressure and can have lots of different effects on local flora and fauna. The movement of water caused by rising and falling tides can cause mixing of open ocean and coastal waters, which can have different physiochemical properties.
We are using a current meter to measure the temperature and salinity under the deep sea continuously for 3 days.
This morning we are preparing our trip this afternoon to go out with a current meter to the sea to measure the temperature and salinity under the seawater. Let's go!
We are going to leave it at the 10-meter deep within the bay area, and that's the deepest point we found it. And we choose the deep sea to minimize the effect of radiance, so that we try to relate the variation to the tides.
So to monitor temperature and salinity, the best way is usually to take continuous measurements. If you don't have a CTD, which is a device standing for conductivity, temperature and depth, you can always take discrete measurements using a probe. For example, the Oxyguard handy salinity have different points along the period of the tide.
So, investigating the tides and its effect on seawater properties can give us a better understanding of the fluctuation of biological processes, and this can be useful for people, for example, in fisheries and in conservation.
Are these tides never gonna rise?